Creatia Conversation, the number one news source for all that nerdish on the hub. I'm your host, Lord Cuzzalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined today by my wonderful co-host, the one and only Mara the Shark Watkins. How
Hello.
you
And a
doing?
chair. I got a chair.
She got a chair.
I have a desk chair. I'm so happy. I can't wait to get a cushion for it now.
She's now excited about the cushions for the chair. How you feeling, Mara?
I've been all right. I've been pretty good.
Good.
You know.
Glad to hear it. What you been up to? What you been watching? What you been playing? All that.
So I recently restarted Vampire Diaries because I just feel like I don't know, I feel like torturing my emotions with teen drama, and I apparently just watching shows that 15, 16, 17-year-old me enjoyed is my safe space. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm still within like the first 10 episodes of the first season, but you know, I'm enjoying re-meeting the characters again and realizing how much of a waste of space the character Jeremy was at first. But
I mean,
it's the main
I've known a few
characters.
Jeremys in my life, and a lot of them were a waste of space, so it tracks. If you're a Jeremy I've known before and you're listening to this right now, yep, I'm talking about you too. Except for you, Doc. You were cool. You were cool. You entertained me, so you were not a waste.
But
Jeremy Dockery played the tuba. Cool dude.
got you. I've also been watching Shark Week because it's Shark Week this week. So
Oh, you mean Mara the Shark is watching Shark Week? Who'd have thunk it?
who would have thought? And I have like my special glass too, so I just be pulling it up and then I just be watching my shark docs.
Your special glass?
I have a special Discovery Shark Week glass.
Oh, oh. Well, that's
It's been,
nice.
it's been in my story a couple of times, but like, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
I don't know if you can see it past the bubbles, but there is a shark inside of it.
Can't really see it, but
Once the bubbles go away, I will show you.
okay.
It'll
But yeah.
probably be random, but I will be like, oh, look, there's the shark.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, yesterday they had some special on called Cocaine Sharks. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and I thought it was going to be like one of the movies that were, that me and Will or me and Matt have talked about, following the success of Cocaine Bear. But it was actually a documentary on seeing if they were finding like coked up sharks. And I think they're most of the time that they were investigating in Florida, because where else would you find probable coked up sharks? Or maybe the
Where
waters,
else but Florida?
yeah, or the waters near Colombia, but that's about it. But yeah, they're, so far, because they found abandoned bricks and stuff of like cocaine that has come up, probably that's been dumped and shit, and they'll find it with huge bites out of them. So they were just like, there's got to be like a roided up shark out here somewhere, and that's what they were looking for. And this is the Shark Week that I live for.
Nice.
White people doing white people shit. Because Luna was watching with me and she was just like, why are they doing this? And I was like, Lou, I wish I could explain to you why, but I don't know either. But I love that they're doing it, so I don't have to.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your Shark Week.
No playing, but I intend on trying to play my PlayStation at some point within the next week.
At some point within the next week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold you to that. I will see you in a week, and we will discuss whether or not you've played your PlayStation.
Only because, like, once I finish getting my living room to stop looking like the interior of a closet that has been destroyed 45,000 times, I can sit down on my couch and play a game. or in my gaming chair that reclines and has a footrest and a back.
Nice. I will say though, Mara, as your friend, I think your priorities are mixed up.
They really are, but
I think the PlayStation should come first, but that's just me.
it should. But my mental health will be like, no.
See, that's the thing. PlayStation is very good for your mental health. There's studies.
I believe it.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to solve your mental health problems and everything, and you just rejected my help. See, you know what? Tell you, man, you try to
It's
help
funny
folks,
because
and they just
I think
reject your help. Be your own people. Anyway, go ahead.
I think I posted something. I think it was yesterday or the day before that, where it was like studies show that birds help your mental health.
Yeah, I remember seeing you post that.
So I was just like, all I need is some seeds. Okay, throw them on
Put
my
them on the
fire.
windowsill.
Put them on the fire escape. Turn into a modern day. Who is it? Snow White, Cinderella, Rapunzel.
both had
All
little animal friends, so it was.
I was gonna say all of the above.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I've been playing the same usual shit. So
Got it. Cool.
solitaire, lots of solitaire.
Did you say solitaire?
Yes, I'm an avid solitaire player on my phone.
What are you, 60?
Stop it!
Like, don't get me wrong, I've played solitaire before. Or I know how it works and all that, but it was mostly out of curiosity or just boredom. Like I was at the gym and the elliptical had, solitaire on it. So it kind of kept me distracted while I was doing cardio because cardio fucking sucks. So yeah, I've done it then, but I don't just choose to play solitaire though. You know who does? My mother.
Well, I got it from my grandma. So she was the one who showed me the game solitaire because I used to see her playing it all the time. So I just and she would hate when I'd get on and play her game because then I'd mess up her score. But I was like, no, I'm determined to figure out this game. So I'm going to keep playing and losing until I figure it out. And then I eventually nailed it down. It's like my Rubik's Cube.
I remember when my mother taught me how to play Minesweeper, and I was just like, this is dumb.
I play Minesweeper the way I play Mortal Kombat, button smashing.
Just smashing shit. Yeah.
until I get to something, yeah. I feel like
keep clicking on stuff until it blows up. It's just.
I feel like realistically, in my 31 years on this earth, I feel like I've won maybe only 1 or 2 games of Minesweeper.
I've never won a game of Minesweeper, so it's just it's fine. But anyway, for me. My Adventures with Superman still. That's still, coming out. Still watching that. Okay, well, I won't say anything else.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. Still playing Final Fantasy 16. That's still, high on the priority list. Still having a good time. Awesome
One of my
stuff
friends
just happened.
finished that.
Yeah. Kobe started playing it earlier this week too, so he's reporting back good things as well, which I knew he would. It's a great game. But there's another movie I saw over the weekend, Mara.
Oh, I did go to the movies over this week.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk about that in a second. But movie I saw over the weekend was a movie on Netflix.
They cloned Tyrone?
Starring Mr. John Boyega and Jamie Foxx. They cloned Tyrone. That movie had no right to be as good as it was, Mara.
Is that good?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay.
So good. It was kind of slow getting started, but it was for a reason. So it was just like, I get it. I know why you did all that. And it makes sense now. Okay. And as it's going, you're just like, oh shit. Then there was some stuff you kind of might predict happening, but at the same time, it was that good kind of predictability. So it was just like, oh, okay. But then they twisted on you like, oh shit. So yeah, had a good time with that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's on my list of things to watch. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah. It's a good one. Watched a couple episodes of The Bear also. Actually, just 1 episode of The Bear, season 2.
I've heard really good things about it. I just haven't gotten to it.
It's a good one. Have you worked in food before?
Yes. I I wasn't like I've waited tables before, and I've also been a delivery taker at a
Got you.
restaurant. Back when I was carrying Leilu, that was my
Got you.
job.
Got you. So if you've worked in food before, prepare yourself mentally because it's anxiety inducing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The first season, at least. The second season isn't. Well, I've only seen the one episode of the second season, so I'm not sure. But
Okay. I think Logan watched the first season, and I feel like I recall her telling me that it was so good because
it is.
it also she watched it because the dude from Shameless, the one who played Lip, is the main character. The
Never
main
seen
dude.
Shameless, but
Well, the U.S. version, but yeah. Well, either way, you haven't seen it.
yeah, I
But
haven't seen either one.
he's from that show. And he played like the oldest sibling or the oldest brother because like the sister was the oldest one. But yeah, so she watched for that, but she was like, it's actually really good, and I was like,
It
okay.
is. It's also got old girl. I can't remember her name, but she was. You watched Abbott Elementary, right?
I've watched most of it. I'm not.
Did you
caught
see
up.
the episode with Janine's sister?
I think so. Yeah. Yes.
Her.
I think that's actually the last episode I saw.
Okay. Yeah, she's in it. I can't remember her name, but yeah, it's a good show.
Okay. Well, it's on my list. I have a very long list.
I hear you. Yeah, it's fine. One more thing that I've been playing though, and I wouldn't even really call this playing. It's more just it's there. Pokemon Sleep.
What?
That finally came out. Pokemon Sleep. It
Sleep?
is. Yeah.
Like putting my head to. Okay.
Yep. So basically, what it is one, it tracks your sleep. So turns on when you go to sleep. So it kind of like tracks how you sleeping and all that. But they kind of gamify it where what you're trying to do is like get your Snorlax stronger and like feed it stuff and all that. And it kind of your sleep affects his sleep, and the better he sleeps, the stronger he gets and all that kind of stuff. And then more Pokemon come and sleep there too. And you're collecting new Pokemon friends who sleep on your island and all that kind of stuff, depending on how you slept. Yeah. It's interesting. And it's cool having something that tracks my sleep because I just kind of wanted that anyway. But I also don't like how it gives me things to do as soon as I wake up in the morning.
That's how you. True.
Yeah. So I wake up and it's like, okay, well, you did this. Now, blah, blah, blah. Now you got to feed Snorlax. Now you got to like, nigga, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Why are you trying to make me do stuff? No. Because all I want to do right now is roll over and go back to sleep. And you're making that seem pretty enticing right now because then I won't have to do this.
Essentially.
But yeah, Pokemon Sleep.
I mean, I like things that kind of inspire me to do something just because, like.
Mm-hmm. What are you reading about Pokemon Sleep right now?
Yep.
I saw that look on your face. That's that Mars reading stuff look. So
probably like, for someone I don't see read that often, you reading. But okay. I wanted to also see if it was available for iOS. So
yeah,
I was just curious. But I just found it. I'm gonna look into it. Because that's interesting. I mean, I like things that track my sleep, but also again, like I have an Apple Watch, my phone. So like that will when I remember to put it on my wrist before I go to bed, or if I don't fall asleep before it fully charges so I can put it back on, that does track my sleep.
Yeah, my Fitbit does it too. But
and iOS has it because iOS has its own built-in thing. Like my phone has like a sleep mode where so like it takes certain things off the screen, so I can still access them, but like this way I'm not like actively playing a game or like because I have like games and like other social media things like on my home page. Siri like changes the screen for me so that it's like, hey, bitch, it's time to go to sleep. Turn off your brain.
But does it have Snorlax?
No, so that's going to be the fun part about it because Snorlax is one of my spirit animals. So kind of Psyduck too.
I met a Psyduck.
Yeah, because I too feel like there's a strong blast when my head gets too overwhelmed.
It's just like it just hurts. It hurts.
It hurts. And then Sonic Blast, which is typically when someone asks me to do one more thing and I'm just like, no.
Yeah. But I think that's it for what I've been watching when I've been playing. You said you went to see a movie over the weekend, though. What'd you go see?
Well, I didn't see it over the weekend. I saw it like this week. I saw parts of Barbie.
You saw parts of Barbie.
Yeah, I went really late on a Tuesday
You fell
night.
asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep, and those seats were so fucking comfortable.
I've only fallen asleep in a movie one time. That was one of the Star Trek movies.
The newer ones?
It wasn't Into Darkness. It was the one after that one.
Wrath of Khan?
No, Wrath of Khan is Into Darkness.
Oh. God damn it. I've seen them all. Resurgence? No, that's a game.
No, that's a game, yeah. It's an adventure game, one that I want to play as well.
Star Trek movies. Oh, here it is. Scroll. Beyond.
Yeah, that was it. Star Trek Beyond. Yep. Fell asleep during that one. I have no idea what happened in that movie.
I actually don't think I've seen that one fully through either. I don't recall.
It's probably boring, so don't bother. But I remember watching it in the theater. Seats were very comfortable. It was a Sunday, that was back when I was seeing movies like on Sunday morning / afternoon, brunch time when the theater was empty. And I would damn near get the whole theater to myself. And, they bring me my food and everything. Got excellent service from the servers and everything. Fantastic way to see movies. But I was in that seat and just realized I blinked and I'm like, I missed half the movie.
I feel like I have fallen asleep a couple of times in movies. I want to say this one was probably the third time. But granted, I also had 3 drinks. So I was kind of heavily intoxicated on both fronts. I had also worked earlier that day, and then I had been commuting all over the place. I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But
that was back when I was working pretty late on Saturdays too. I was getting off work at 1 o'clock in the morning. So
The other time was when I went to see Hail Caesar, the one with George Clooney. And I really wanted to see that. And there was nothing wrong with the movie. I literally was I think I was about 7 months pregnant and it was the middle of summer. And I was just like, I'm just tired because creating life.
Yeah. You were growing a whole human being inside you. So,
you know what I'm saying? That shit is exhausting. But yeah, I try not to fall asleep. I'm usually not the perpetrator of that.
They come out and they have the nerve to get an attitude with you because they don't like what happened with their iPad. It's just.
You might have thought I wasn't even listening, but the second I heard that, I was like, that's the life I be living.
Or the cheese on their taco didn't sit exactly the way they wanted to. So, oh man, kids are dumb. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all for what we've been watching, what we've been playing. Those of you watching right now, thank you so much for watching. Though if you're not watching us live, you can watch us live right here at twitch.tv/Creatia World. Also, if you want to watch us there, what you want to do is subscribe. And you can do that if you have Amazon Prime, therefore you have Prime Gaming, so you can subscribe for free. Just link your Amazon account with your Twitch account, gives you Prime Game. You get a free Twitch sub every month, but also you get a lot of other free perks and free shit, like other free games and add-ons for other games and all that stuff. So yeah, free shit. Take that money from Bezos and throw it our way. Or if you don't throw it to us, throw it to somebody else in the Twitch world. We could all use the support. But yeah, us.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Yep, and 4 motherfuckers that look like Jeff Bezos. Also, if you want to watch us live, another place you can do that is YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. Go there, subscribe there. You know what? That's free. You like free, right? I like free. Everybody likes free. So go there, subscribe to us, watch us there, comment, all that good stuff. Help boost us in the algorithm, all that kind of stuff. Get us out there to more people. Also, Next to that is a bell with a little bean underneath it. Flick that bean. That way you know every time that we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that good stuff. Also, speaking of flicking that bean, Matt's favorite place to watch us, pornhub.com/model/creation world. We are the #1 news source for all that nerdish on the hub. So watch us there, watch all our other shows there and all that. And if you want to support us financially, the best way to do that is patreon.com/creation world. There you get a lot of perks, like, other content that we do. One of those things being Multiverse, myself and Mario the Shark Watkins here. We're watching a lot of animated comic book movies, discussing them for your entertainment and amusement. Also, Return to Wrestling with myself and the Warden Matt Ritter. We're going through old WCW stuff. We're actually about to hit the Shark. Starcade 1997. We're recording that one this weekend. What is, without a doubt, the biggest pay-per-view in WCW history, Starcade 1997. So we'll be talking about that this next episode coming up. Also, you can get this show ad-free. We'll talk about that later, though. But for now, Mara, tell them what time it is.
It's news time.
News time.
I really need to get on making that video.
All right, Mara. So we're mostly going to be talking about the Secret Invasion finale. But before we do that, a couple of new things are happening. First of all, the Twisted Metal show drops today.
Woo!
And some reviews are out.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe it's got a 68 on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Certified fresh, though. But I want to read some of these reviews here because it's interesting seeing what different people's opinions are on this movie. You can kind of tell by the outlet, like, kind of tracks what their opinion would be. So, see what The Verge said. The Verge says, from Andrew Webster was the reviewer on this, obviously it was important to set up the world and characters for a show like this, but the series does it in a way that both takes too long and isn't particularly fun. That's from The Verge. Yeah, it's certified rotten from them, so that means they gave it below 50%, I believe.
I don't agree with critics. I'd be like, fuck them and their opinion every time.
Yeah. IGN Movies from Mr. Matt Fowler gave it an 8 out of 10 and said, Twisted Metal is absurd and hilarious in exactly the ways you want a dystopian cannonball run to be. Yes, it matches the game's crude humor, but mostly it springboards from there and creates its own dark and warped wasteland sensibilities. Sounds like this guy gets what Twisted Metal is supposed to be.
He's just like, I know what this is supposed to be like. I know I have the right set expectations. Here they were.
And they nailed it.
Right.
Let's see, who else? Comicbook.com from Cade Onder. Twisted Metal is a very charming show that manages to accomplish a lot in its 10 30-minute episodes. Everything comes together in such a satisfying way that it makes Twisted Metal another very successful gaming adaptation. Let's see what some of these rotten ones gave it. So, The Daily Beast from Nick Shager. An aggressively unfunny adaptation of a one-dimensional, decades-old PlayStation franchise that few still care about. Peacock's R-rated action comedy breaks down from the start and never recovers. Sounds like, once again, this guy doesn't get what Twisted Metal is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just like that's why I don't be like hearing critics. It's like the same way I feel like when certain things get nominated for Oscars and then others don't. And it's just like, and then you look at like the people who are reviewing them, and it's a bunch of stuffy, uppity, like old people who probably, or like in this regard with reviews, people who they don't like that, like that's not what they typically, would enjoy for themselves. So it's just like, or you just don't understand the source material. Just say you don't understand the source material and call it a fucking day.
Basically. Because I actually just went and looked at some of his reviews and everything. He's like, a lot of the stuff he wrote, like, it looks like you don't like fun.
You don't understand. Like, but I guarantee, did they review Oppenheimer?
Yep.
What did they say?
94.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You got like a think piece or like a Christopher Nolan shit or a Martin Scorsese. I'm pretty sure always in the 80s, 90s. You give something that's based off of like a 2D whatever video game back from the 90s or something. Oh, that's older shit. It's just not good. Like, shut the fuck up.
Basically.
From me and my octopus.
Like I said, I haven't seen the show yet myself, but like the way that the excerpt from his review speaks is like you don't get what Twisted Metal is supposed to be. That's the thing. I feel like you should judge these things on what they were trying to accomplish and did they accomplish those things, you know?
This is why when I would like to do, if I like to do a review or something like that, I was like, I'm going to review things that I know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I'm not going to review, I can't even give an example right now because I don't know what else is out right now. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only going to review shit that like only interests me because then I can give it an honest, did I think this was good or did I think it was bad? I mean, I can do that.
Give an informed opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can, like with other movies that I could watch, I could just be like, I mean, the story was solid. It made sense. Like you can break it down on a technical thing. But if you want to review something on a purely entertainment basis, have some fucking opinion, have some background on it. Like,
yeah. We'll get into that once we talk about Secret Invasion because I have thoughts.
I have opinions.
Yeah. Last one I want to read from Entertainment Weekly from Christian Holub. It says, a show that hardly ever lets anything sit, whether a joke or a serious moment, before immediately undercutting it with ineffective humor. Gave it a C-. So, yeah. Let's end this on a more positive note. Who else said something positive here? We read Matt Fowler's. Let's read Chris Joyce from Movies and Munchies. Twisted Metal is a huge surprise of a series. While the story is a fairly simple and straightforward one, the characters and their journey create engaging complexities filled with sarcastic interactions and violent action sequences. And boom, you just described Twisted Metal, sir. Like, if you played like, back in the day, that is exactly what the game is.
Because it's just like now you can read that review. And then you can be like, that sounds like what I want to watch. So, boom, there we go.
That's why I'm looking at things. And when I look at things, I don't just look at the score. I look at reading the actual thing and seeing why they gave it that score. Because the things they have a problem with are not things that I have a problem with. Or things they like about the movie or things that I don't like about the movie. I clearly don't agree with your review. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I have an actual opinion on this or like an idea of if I want to see this or not. But yeah. However, we need to talk about Secret Invasion. But before we do that, I want to remind you about patreon.com/Creatia World, where you can get this show and our other shows ad-free. You know, get it without the ads. However, since you're not watching this on patreon.com/Creatia World, you're watching this right here with us. So because of that, here's some ads. To spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Did you see Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creatiaworld.com for for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait, this offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention, dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creatiaworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creatiaworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creatiaworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creatiaworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at w.creatiaworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description. And we back.
Woo.
So, Mara, I think we need to go ahead and talk about it. So,
The elephant in the room.
yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. It is our Creatia comic moment. And this is our Creatia comic moment, people. And we just got to talk about Secret Invasion.
Creatia comic moment. Boop.
Dude. So yeah. Finale just happened. It was yesterday. And that one's over. How you feel, Mara? What are you thinking?
I won't lie, it felt really quick. Even though I mean, like the last
That's what she
few
said.
that's not.
Not to me, but you know.
Shit. It was like, even though like I know like the last couple episodes had been, you know, shorter than like the first two. I don't know. It just like it wrapped up some of the things going on. But like it felt very quick paced, and very quickly resolved.
Okay.
But like I mean, I can also see how it sets up other things with like, you know, with certain dialogue that is shared throughout the episode. But I mean, I enjoyed the episode. It just, to me, didn't feel like a finale. Except for like maybe like the last couple of scenes, like with Vara and Fury and Sonya and Gaia. So Gaia. Okay. So
this was not satisfying for me. Um, I felt like a lot of what I was promised wasn't quite delivered. Um, I had faith in it at the beginning because it's like, okay, yeah, you're giving me some of these Winter Soldier vibes. This is that spy thriller that you were, promising and all that. And there's just a whole lot of the way they're promoting it is like, who can you trust and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, obviously nobody, because anybody can be a scroll, but only like, one person that mattered was really a scroll, like it's just like it was literally just Rhodey. So it was just like, that's not satisfying. I mean, yeah, his wife was a scroll, but okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
The surprise was him having a wife, not that his wife was a scroll, because honestly,
that just made sense to the story as to why he fought, why he was fighting. So
it's just like, I guess. I don't know. It just, I wanted more intrigue with this as far as, the whole spy element of it. Like, yeah, Rhodey was a scroll. Okay. We still don't know, like, really when they switched him out. When did they snatch up Rhodey? Was it after Tony's funeral? Like, when did this happen?
Like Tony, like, because even like Ross was like, "How long have you been here?" And he just kind of came out of it, and it was just like, that doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah,
like,
I want to know when they got you. Like,
when I was watching, I was just like, I've seen Rhodey now fall out of the sky and been shot in the face, all in the same universe. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, like I was really hoping we were gonna find out the president himself was a scroll. Like that would have been really a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
It would. Yeah, like he would have shot Sonya and been like, "Yeah, I know he's a scroll. I too am a scroll."
Yeah, exactly. Like give me something. But they kind of just
we just got like
I don't know. The whole time they're just like, kind of teasing this whole thing. Yeah, Nick Fury's old now. He ain't got it like he used to no more. And I was waiting to get the moment where we find out he really does still have it like he used to. Or, no, he doesn't have it like he used to, but here's how he's going to evolve and solve the problem anyway, kind of thing. And it really just felt like things just happened anyway. Not really because of him, but he just happened to be there when things happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
He shot the fake Rhodey, but honestly, the British lady could have done it. Like, she was there. She had a gun to his head already. She could have just shot him. Like,
Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like Fury wasn't necessary to that equation.
Don't feel bad. I originally, before I remembered what her name or looked up what her name was while I was watching, I wrote Queen Elizabeth first because I was just like, fuck, I don't even remember her real name. I don't know anything right now. I was just like, but I know she was Queen Elizabeth. So
on
the Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm actually kind of depressed about if the strike, not if, but how the strikes affect that, because I just want that season, I want that show to be wrapped up so I can fucking so I can move on. But I want to finish the show.
Yeah.
Not the Queen, but you know what I'm talking about, that show.
Yeah, the one you said they just did the Princess Diana thing. Yeah.
Yeah, The Crown. I was just like, it's not the Queen, it's the
I know what you meant. I didn't remember what the name of the actual show was though, so I wasn't going to correct you.
Thanks.
What else was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh,
sorry.
Gaia. That whole thing when Fury, quote, Fury, walked into that space with all the poison in the air and all that kind of stuff and dropped his pills and all that. It's just like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way, because Fury ain't that dumb. Like, there's just like there's no reason why he would be in there. So I'm just like, okay, is that Gaia? Like,
I didn't think about it until I did think about it, but because when I was watching it, I was just like, well, maybe this is why, he called Priscilla and such, because I think she had offered to help or something like that. And he was just he was just like, yeah, because I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna fucking die because these motherfuckers are in Chernobyl.
Nothing to be sorry about, Will. Welcome to the party.
Hey, Will. What was I saying? And so I was just like, okay, well, I was just like, but then also in my head, I was like, they wouldn't kill Fury here though, would they? Like, I
No,
just feel
because
like
we know he's in Captain Marvel. So, I mean, in the Marvels.
in the Marvels.
Yeah.
And so
like, we know he's not
yeah.
dying.
So it was just kind of like, but you know, me knowing, you know, history and having like a basic science knowledge of radiation, like as far deep as he was in there, I was like, you ain't coming out of there without any issues.
Yeah.
So when he was talking to Gravik and Gravik was doing that really early villain speech that was very dramatic but also very pitchy because there was like no other audio happening except for his like there was no like build up music or anything. It literally was just him talking. Like honestly, if someone in the cast, or like not the cast, the crew had knocked over something in the background, you probably would have heard it, and you would have heard their whole you would have heard their self-esteem also get fired at the same time. Was how that audio felt to me when they were talking all of that. And then, you know, he gives him the DNA and then he puts it in he turns the machine on. I was just like, so does this eradicate the radiation that Fury is undergoing? Like, I'm so trying to see where this is going.
I guess in my head, because I knew that Gravik is a Super Skrull, there's no way Fury can fight him. So I'm in my head, I'm like, only one that can fight him is another Super Skrull. The only other Super Skrull is Gaia. So I figured in this situation, Gaia's there, not Fury. And that's what we're going to deal with here. And once he turned the machine on with quote Fury still in there, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely Gaia. I don't know.
It felt very predictable.
Yeah. And we've talked about this before. Like, predictability isn't always bad. It's just
true.
It was unsatisfying. Like, that's just kind of that's the best way I can describe it. It's just like, it was unsatisfying. It has so much potential to do all the little, you know, the misdirections and the teasing and all that, but they just didn't. Like,
and yeah, because that's why I was mentioning, like, on how short how quick the episode was.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a little bit more if I think there had been just a little bit more Rhodey doing stuff in like even like a post credit or mid credit scene.
Didn't even get a post credit scene now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, no. But I mean, like in anywhere else in the timeline of films, like, and I will say, like, I'll give it just till since Miss Marvel, or I mean Captain Marvel, where, like, you know, just at any point they had shown Rhodey doing something where it's just like
Captain Marvel happened in the 90s. So
no, I know. I'm just saying, like, just for like the universe, like the universe itself. Like, I'm not saying like the timing within it, just like a random post or mid credit. Like, you know, I think Spider-Man, like one of the Spider-Verses was in like Venom, or like, you know, something like that. Just like, it doesn't have to go with the movie, just something that pertains to that universe, that I feel like, because it just like it was fun to see, like, Rhodey, you know, we figure out Rhodey is a Skrull and but it's just like it felt so left field. Like,
I mean,
it
felt more like it's just like
it felt very random, but I feel like because we didn't see a lot more Rhodey since, like, we saw Rhodey in, like, it felt like more in glimpses since Civil War. So a lot of it to me,
well, he was pretty prominent in Infinity War and Endgame, because in Endgame at the beginning he was one of the only ones that were still there.
True. But then at that point he was also Skrull Rhodey, right? Or we'd have to
I don't know. They didn't tell us.
But you see what I'm saying? Because like it doesn't make sense, especially because I was just like when we saw Rhodey, I think in the last episode that we talked about. So not last week's, but I think the one before that, where Rhodey had like the whiskey bottle, and it was, and I pointed out, like, I was like,
wipe
just
it
like
down episode when he wiped the mirror.
Yeah, like his mannerisms were just different,
A lot more
and
erratic and all that.
yeah, and it's just like, even because didn't he show up in the Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
But it's, you know what I'm saying, like, and I felt like that wasn't that long ago, so it was like, what the like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it makes sense why they would have targeted Rhodey. I just feel like, I think because they're just not being clear about when it happened, and then they just, because like, as far as I could be concerned, Rhodey has been a Skrull since he fell the fuck out of the sky. So
yeah, it has to be. It would have to have been after that, but you know, yeah, it could have been any time since then, because if they get seriously injured and all that stuff, they can't maintain their form.
Exactly. So
it had to have been after that, but it's.
And then
that's all we know, is it was after Civil War.
And then for it to just come down to what his role was in this, it kind of like, I get the sense of like unsatisfaction. It's just because, like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I needed somebody besides Rhodey, like somebody higher up besides Rhodey needed to be a Skrull. And just, I don't know. I needed, like, I don't know. It would have been interesting. I probably wouldn't have liked it, but it would have been more interesting. We finish all this, and the whole time Fury was a Skrull. Like, that would have been fine. He's still up on the fucking station the whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, him and this Skrull have just kind of like had an agreement. He's like, you just need to make sure the Earth stays the fuck safe, and you need to, that's your objective.
Which brings to one of the lines he said, which made way too much fucking sense to me. He's like, it's easier to keep 8 billion people safe than to change their hearts and minds. I'm just like, you're right.
As a nigga, I agree.
Which this fucking president, which that whole thing when he started basically declared war on all aliens, made me think that he was a fucking Skrull. Like,
President
this is the plan the whole time, and that would have been more interesting, but there's so many things, Mara. So many things.
This is supposed to set up for Secret Wars, right? Or is this supposed to set up for? Was this supposed to set up for anything? I should say.
Not that I know of. Maybe for the Thunderbolts, but in order for the Thunderbolts to happen, Thunderbolt Ross has to become president, and he's not president yet. So,
right.
Fury did mention the shit that the president was doing. It was like, yeah, there's some one-term president shit you're doing right now.
Yeah. Okay. So I did catch that, and I did think about, like, I was like, okay, what does that mean from there then?
Yeah, because we're doing the Thunderbolts, so that not Everett Ross, Thunderbolt Ross is supposed to be president for that, Harrison Ford. So we'll see what happens with that, but I don't know. Just disappointed, Mara. Disappointed.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
So
ask
I know this, and I don't know if you have the answer for it, because like during the quick fight between Gravik and Gaia, you see them exhibit all the different powers that they have.
Are you about to ask about the ice hand?
No,
because I don't know where the fuck that came from either.
Yeah, I don't know where. I was trying to understand where that came from.
I figured they were teasing X-Men. That was the only guess I could say, was that they had powers from X-Men and all that kind of stuff, because he said all the DNA mostly came from the fight with Thanos, but it's just like, I don't remember seeing anybody with ice powers at the fight with Thanos.
Yes,
so it must have came from other places.
Yes, because I did question that, because someone's power came up while I was watching this with my homie, and they had said, I forget. Oh, they said Ghost. And I think that's the girl from, I think, Ant-Man
and the Wasp, yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, that bitch was not at the battle. Or was she? And then they were like, and then but then they were like, oh no, but like, so most of the DNA they got was from the battle, but apparently they have been collecting at other times.
They've been collecting it for a while, and that was, I guess, where the most powerful of the DNA came from, was from that. But
yeah, which makes sense. Because I was just like, nah, because like there's like that whole continuity issue that I think someone had pointed out in Endgame, where Ant-Man is one place, and then you look again, and then he's really super big running into a crowd like milliseconds later, and it's just like y'all didn't think
Quantum
about that,
realm.
huh?
Said quantum realm.
There,
The answer to
I was
everything. Quantum realm. Quantum
I was
realm,
like,
multiverse. He traveled through time through the quantum realm, and that's how it happened. Boom.
I was
Problem solved.
like, y'all didn't think that cut through, but yeah. So, but my question was, so at one point, Gaia used the powers of Mantis,
Yeah.
and then she was like sleep, and I was like, how the fuck she know how to use them?
The same way they knew how to use any of the powers.
Well, I mean, that was kind of more or less my real question is like, how do you know how to use it? Like,
Well,
when
remember
did you
when
get the
they
instruction manual? Because how
I'm
do you
pretty
know that this is
sure
what
the way that
Mantis
works,
does?
they kind of described them when they transform into somebody anyway. Like they able to copy their memories and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's part of it.
Okay, because I was just like, okay, you have like the things going, but how do you know what to do? When did you get an instruction manual? How do you know if you just lightly graze his forehead and
Yeah, I
say
think
sleep,
it's
he gonna sleep?
yeah, I think it's a memories thing, but
Okay.
I don't know if that works with just getting their DNA. But yeah. So
But
there's
I
that.
mean that was mostly my question because I was that just caught me off that caught me off guard and I was just like, how do you know how to use that? Because I wouldn't think to be like sleep.
Yeah, that's a very valid question. I get it.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else with Secret Invasion that you want to make sure we talk about before we move on? Because I would like to move on
Oh,
because I'm
I
just
said
disappointed and sad.
I just wrote in my notes. I was like, Kevin Feige is bold for all this Russia shit that they were doing,
Yeah, he said, fuck
considering
them
this.
Russian. He said, fuck
Right.
Putin and five motherfuckers that look like Putin.
He said, forget the state of the world right now. I'm gonna keep playing around with this Russia being evil. And then when they even said that, like when they pulled up that satellite footage, and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yeah, this is Russia on the borders of Ukraine and Finland." And I was just like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
"Like you was gonna do that? Like they didn't already do that?"
Yeah. They've I mean, I see they try to do a lot, touching on issues of like xenophobia and all that kind of stuff. I just don't think they executed it that well. And yeah,
It just kind of it's kind of yeah. It just kind of feels like they were just like, "What's a world power that we could say right now that we won't be like hurting a tie to?" Because obviously they're not going to say things like England is attacking, or whichever. Um, but I was just like considering that all the shit that be going on, and then I'd be always thinking that like we are always on the brink of like fucking dying.
hi Matt.
Hey Matt, we're always on the verge of death. I'd be
Yeah.
like, don't be tipping the scales, Kevin, or giving them fucking ideas, especially with the government now confirming UFOs and shit.
I don't know. That's one of those things where I was just like, I don't know. I feel like I just assumed they were there anyway. So when that stuff started coming out, I was just like, okay,
Oh, the aliens.
yeah.
I'd be like, until they put one on my TV screen in real time, I'll just be like, whatever. They might be there, they may not. But
I
great.
just have always felt like, as big as we know the universe is, it's illogical to believe we're the only place that there's life. But
I mean, touche.
Anyway, moving on from that, we'll deal with the scrolls when they get here.
If they're not
already here. No. But that's it for this week's Creatia Comic Moment. We're gonna move out of that, and I think we're getting close to the end. So let's finish it off with a trailer, shall we?
Let's do it.
There's a new trailer for the movie Strays with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx and Randall Park. So we can check that out.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm here for it.
Hi there, big dogs. I'm trying to get home.
I know which way that is.
Oh, great.
Right up my fucking ass, you little shit.
Oh, no, that can't be right. I'm lost.
I was about to get mad. Like, you gonna tease Snoop Dogg and not give me Snoop
This
Dogg?
beer doesn't taste good, but I like how it's making me feel.
Have you ever humped anything before? I recently fucked this couch. Best sex of my life. And she dirty too.
Oh, well, I can tell. Looks like she hasn't been washed in years.
I'll see you later, baby.
It was nice to meet you. I really should find my way back home.
We could help.
We're completely lost, and my little puppy paw pads are really hurting right now.
This could be a lot worse.
How could this get worse? Huh? How could it get worse?
Hold on,
Like that?
buddy. Oh, wow, your balls look huge from this angle.
Thank you, but holy fuck!
That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
I'm starving.
How many of these should we eat?
All of them?
Give me a sec.
Whoa.
You look different.
You look different.
Exactly.
How so?
Essentially.
Hands?
Hold up. Sit! The cops!
Oh, God, what do we do?
Calm down. I got this. Hello, officer. None of us.
Shut the fuck up.
So,
I can't wait.
can I get a fucking date? What the hell?
I'm sure there is somewhere.
Yeah, in the actual description on the thing, it says August 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say a dog is man's best friend, but what if the man is a total dirtbag? In that case, it might be time for some sweet revenge doggy style. When Reggie, played by Will Ferrell, a naive, relentlessly optimistic border terrier, is abandoned on the mean city streets by his low-life owner, Doug, played by Will Forte. Reggie is certain that his beloved owner would never leave him on purpose. But once Reggie falls in with a fast-talking, foul-mouthed Boston Terrier named Bug, played by Jamie Foxx, a stray who loves his freedom and believes that owners are for suckers, Reggie finally realizes he was in a toxic relationship and begins to see Doug for the heartless sleazebag that he is. Determined to seek revenge, Reggie, Bug, and Bug's pals, Maggie, played by Isla Fisher, a smart Australian shepherd who has been sidelined by her owner's new puppy, and Hunter, played by Randall Park, an anxious Great Dane who's stressed out by his work as an emotional support animal, together hatch a plan and embark on an epic adventure to help Reggie find his way home and make Doug pay by biting off the appendage he loves the most. Hint, it is not his foot.
Is it Isla or Isla? Okay. I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I have to see her face anyway. I don't remember what she looks like.
Shorty from Shorty who played Lois in the Man of Steel series.
Oh, the redhead?
Yeah.
Oh, probably Isla. That sounds like some Australian shit.
Oman. Well, she is Australian. Oh shit. But she was born in Oman. Interesting.
What's Oman? I should say where is Oman. I don't mean what is. I know it's a country.
I was like, how do I answer that?
Yeah, context clues tell me it's it's a country.
It's an Arabic country.
Oh, okay.
It's in the. Let me see.
It is Twisted Metal Day, Matt. You missed it. We earlier were talking about the Rotten Tomatoes scores on it.
It borders Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it is Isla. Okay. Also, dick biting. Yes, there will be dick biting apparently.
Her
Oh, yeah.
father worked in the United Nations.
Interesting.
Right?
But all right, Mar, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all once again for watching this. Don't forget you can follow us on all of the things, the Instagram, the TikTok, and X.
Who the fuck did that?
Yeah.
I'm still going to call it Twitter.
Fucking Elon, man. Let's just yeah. On all those things. That is Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And while you're there, you should check out our Facebook groups. One of them being facebook.com/group/DemDragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, The House of the Dragon, drop your favorite memes there concerning those shows. Just drop a cool picture of a dragon. That makes me happy. You like making me happy, don't you? Yes, you do. Also, if you're a wrestling fan, go to facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. It's the official Facebook group for our Friday night wrestling podcast, the Smacking It Raw podcast, featuring the Warden Matt Ritter, Vince Day Delgado, and Katie Kinsey Bay every Friday night at midnight Eastern, 11 p.m. Central Time. Check them out. Have a good time with all that if you're a wrestling fan. You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter/X, and I guess Threads also at Lord_Cusslet. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Shark, where can they find you?
Always on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and occasionally Threads, at Marad Shark, MARADASHARK.
Nice. Believe that'll be it for today, y'all. We will catch you on the next episode. Tomorrow will be me and Bridget. We'll see you then. But until then,
We out.
He